Okay, welcome back. We're moving on to something else. We're talking about social media etiquette. Now, social network sites in Nigeria are really active. Nigeria is believed to have one of the largest populations on Facebook. Over 12 million Facebook fans or Facebook users are from Nigeria, and Twitter users in Nigeria are on the increase on a daily basis. You can find an individual in Nigeria having up to 3,000 followers and following another 3,000. So the social media networks in Nigeria are rife with activities from all around.
Vibrant.
Very vibrant. For instance, recently we had a sad story of Cynthia, who was lured to Lagos via a social media network by someone she never met. They just met on Facebook and all that. What is the goal of some of these users on this site? What are they there for? Why do people use social networks? For what purpose? What do they hope to achieve? And what do they achieve at the end of the day? What has the effect of the social media been on the Nigerian society and indeed on Nigerians? And many other things are some of the things we'll be looking at as we discuss etiquette of social media. And we have quite a full panel here. We have Dari Dairo, a social commentator. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yinka Olaito is a social media expert.
Good morning, yes. Thank you for having me.
Jennifer Ehidiame is a journalist and social media strategist.
Thank you for having me.
And our friend Ugo Ugoke, a social commentator, is here.
Thank you. Good morning, viewers.
Without his roster.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that after. Okay, lady and gentlemen, let me begin with the lady. Do you think the social media is unsafe?
I think the safety of social media depends on the user. Like, there's no like safe and unsafe way of measuring it. It depends on like why people go on social media and what they intend to use it. So from my own perspective, I don't think it's neither safe nor unsafe. I know that's kind of a weird way of answering.
Exactly. Well, you are a social media strategist, so would you advise me to use social media?
Definitely, I would, like, because that's part of my job.
So to you, it's safe.
It is.
Because if it were unsafe, you wouldn't tell me to use it.
Yeah, it is very safe. But if at the end of the day you go online and then you misuse it, it becomes unsafe for you.
Oh, so it depends on the user.
The usability.
Aha. Okay.
Dari.
Well, I think she said it's aptly. The social media is one of the good things to have happened to this generation, in the sense that with the social media, the essence of the global village becomes more, better realized, and a lot of barriers get broken. I was reading on Al Jazeera feed about a certain journalist, UK-based Somali, who was following the election in his country and giving feedback to other Somalis in the diaspora, just from on Twitter via the internet. So I could go on and on about the beautiful things that the social media has made possible in this generation. Well, you see, like every good thing would also have its own bad sides. You understand? On the individual level, on an aggregate of for the society. So, like she said, I think it's not the social media; it's about the people using it and the how do I put it? The government or the regulatory bodies around it.
Okay, I was going to ask Yinka. Today you find a lot of government institutions and indeed government officials on this social media network. But he talked about the regulatory. Is there any regulation in country?
Okay.
Or should there be any regulation at that?
Well, to answer your question, I think there should be. But let's say the background. Media itself has its own challenges. We've heard about the normal traditional media, about assault, violence, somebody being sued for that, and that is in an environment that is well regulated. Now, when you come to social media, it's also a media, but it's just that it is social. So we need to understand that every media has their own challenges, and they have their own side, good side. Like she said, it is neither evil or bad. It does not have a color of its own. It is the user that gives it the color that it wears. So there should be a regulation. But what I have in mind to say is, if there's any bad thing about social media, it is based on greed or negligence of the user. It can be more than that. You need to have a goal. Those who initiated the social media have goals. Each platform has their own goals, why you should do it. People just don't go to social media to say, I want to belong. You must have a goal. What are you doing there? How do you measure your success? Even when there's no regulation, you must self-regulate yourself for its use. So there's no need to say it's an evil thing. It's not an evil thing. I have been a major beneficiary of the use of social media because I have a goal. There are 3 or 4 major social media sites. We talk about the YouTube, the LinkedIn, the social networking, which is Facebook, which we are more familiar in Nigeria. And then we have some other platforms that are good. Social professional networks like LinkedIn are very good. And as an individual, I've gotten an international consultancy job just because I have something there. I know why I'm there. I'm not there just to come and belong. But I still think that there should be a little regulation. I was speaking somewhere during the week and they said, do you think that policy should work? I say, when you concentrate on policy in terms of punishment, it may not work. But you must concentrate on the benefit. Give a look. This is what we want to achieve. This is where we're going in the country. This is what they think you should do. Give them basic way by which they can use those media. If you give people guide, where there's no vision, its purpose is abuse. We have no vision of the use of social media in this country, and it is the evil of it is not only in Nigeria. I was reading online newser.com. They said in America, every 40 minutes there are cases associated with violence with Facebook reported in US. So it's not only Nigeria issue, but the problem with us here is that you go into something without understanding the basic use of it. The privacy settings are there. Do we look at it? In Nigeria, we don't look at those things. That's why when they are doing something, they say terms and conditions apply. Do we take time to look at the terms and the conditions that apply to the use of those social media? We don't.
Okay, Ugo. The social media has, in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria, for instance, this year, in January, it's believed that it was social media that fueled the fuel subsidy protest and all that. But he has said there should be some form of regulation. Should that regulation be translated as restriction?
I don't think so. Regulation is all about semantics.
Exactly.
Regulation is supposed to restrict, but not to kill. But again,
should there even be any restriction?
No.
For me,
there should be a guideline.
There should be a guideline, but come to think of it, what is social media? Social media. It's all about the society. It's all about socializing. If you're my friend on Facebook, I chat with you. How are you going to regulate what I tell you and what you tell me? If the people are angry that you jacked up fuel price or you removed subsidy, it is not Facebook or BlackBerry that caused it. If I'm angry, I'm angry. I tell you, I BB you, I say, no, I'm angry. And you tell me you are happy. I say, why are you happy when I'm angry? And it goes round and round and round, you know. So it's a reflection of what's happening in the society. It only provides a platform for people to live their lives normally. But again, I also tell you, like I said, because it's a reflection of what obtains in a particular society, I also think we gossip a lot in this part of the world. So I have one gossip raw material, I throw it out, you send it out, she sends it out. You know what I mean? And nobody would ask me not to send out something to my friends. And my friends can decide to send it to their friends. It requires some level of maturity to know that this one is not sensitive. True. And you know, we shouldn't, many of the things, for me, because it's social, it should actually be taken as personal and discounted in media, in proper media circles. You know, when you say something is making the round on Facebook or this, and people begin to think that probably may be a reflection, somebody may just be tripping somewhere. But I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Social media is fun.
Well, when you say it is fun, look at what is going on around the world today.
Yeah.
A result of something, a piece of some video that someone posted on YouTube. And look at all the furore it's caused in the world, where people have died because of that. And I remember you used the word as well, something good that has happened to our generation.
Yeah.
When you look at it in light of the kinds of things it's likely to spark off, I mean, what caused the Arab Spring? Somebody in a room with a laptop sent out a message, and in no time at all. So, is it all good?
No, it is all good. Let me tell you. The substance is not that it was posted on YouTube. What was it?